One of the biggest music icons in the world is coming to Acrisure Arena.
Who?
Sir Paul McCartney
What?
Yes, this morning he announced his Got Back Us tour. And Acrisure Arena is going to be one of the stops. So not only it's listed as the very first stop, meaning his U.S. tour launches right here in the Valley. According to Got Back tour page, the concert is scheduled for September 29th, right here in the Valley. In the announcement video, they revealed that tickets go on sale Friday, July 18th. The stadium shared the reveal on their social media pages. So if you're feeling the Beatlemania, you better start breaking those piggy banks now. You can find all the info about it and links to tickets on our webpage, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Yeah.
Such exciting news.
Breaking Beatle news. Yes. I saw him 3 times in concert.
Did you?
And hung out with him backstage once at the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago.
Oh my gosh.
Back and back and back.
Maybe I get some of that onto me.
I'll have to bring that
cool.
picture in someday.
Wow.
Me and
I'd
Paul
love
backstage
that.
and his daughter Stella.
How cool.
Yeah, very
That's
nice.
neat,
I have to
Jerry.
make that number 4. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yes.
Get me tickets.
Okay. I'm on
forecast,
it.
by the way. It's going to be hot again today. Temperatures approaching 120, much like yesterday. So we have an extreme heat warning in effect. More on that coming up in minutes.
Wow. Yeah. Yesterday was
I know.
pretty darn intense, tell you what.
But it was a dry heat.
But it was a dry heat, the good news of it all. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a bit. Well, as Jerry mentioned, the heat is soaring, which means the risk for heat-related illness is very high. Our NBC Palm Springs' Tiani Jadaling spoke with physicians on signs to watch out for before heading to the hospital.
The temperatures here in the Coachella Valley are set to hit over 110 degrees for the rest of the work week. But with these extreme temperatures, is it safe to stay outdoors? One physician I spoke to says it goes case by case.
The more birthdays someone accumulates, the less their body's able to adapt to changes, right? People are more sensitive, for lack of a better term. Furthermore, patients who've accumulated more birthdays have higher rates of medical conditions.
William Calarisi, a Palm Springs resident, considers himself a triathlete and frequents the Valley's public pools. But even after training for years, heat exhaustion and heat stroke are top of mind.
I'm acutely aware of that because I also bike and I also run. So I just want to make sure I'm fully hydrated the whole time. And I'm also covered. I'm usually in a cap, when I'm running, or also long sleeves as well.
The athlete says in the heat, feeling signs of heat exhaustion, as much as he tries to avoid it, comes when he least expects it.
It all of a sudden happens, and then you have to really be careful and watch out for those signs.
Dr. Alex McDonald with Kaiser Permanente tells us there's a big difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Signs of exhaustion include feeling tired, a headache, dizzy, and worn down. But heat stroke is a medical emergency, and those signs could be very dangerous.
Vomiting, dry skin, very confused, fast heart rate, shallow breathing. Now, that's a medical emergency, and in that situation, we always tell people to call 911.
Dr. Anderson also recommends modifying workouts during extreme heat and avoiding outdoors during peak hours. That's usually around 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. As for popular areas like the Fritz Burns Pool, employees tell us trained professionals are ready for cases of all kinds.
All of our staff are American Red Cross certified, so they are fully trained into dealing with heat exhaustion, heat stroke. So in the event if someone does start to feel a little bit under the weather, we are able to go ahead and provide care to them.
Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
And with the summer heat reaching dangerous levels, utility experts warn about possible heat-related power outages or public safety power shutoffs. Our NBC Palm Springs' Brett Rosen has that part of the story.
Temperatures are rising in the Coachella Valley, and with that, so is the risk of heat-related power outages. As we have seen in just the last few days, multiple places in Palm Springs shut down due to having no power. Virginia Vicent, a shop owner in Old Town La Quinta, says she knows all too well the effects of losing power. Due to the heat, she says not just the lights and air conditioning, but everything went out in her home for 3 days at the end of June.
I was out there at 3 o'clock in the morning with a flashlight, what's going on, and it was just like a section of our block that was out. I lost food. I had to, make sure that I had to clean it out, and with the heat, and there's no way of you cooling down now, even outside.
There are rules where Vicent works. The property owner requires business owners to close their doors when it's above 100 degrees. If the power were to go out, Vicent says her store would have to close.
We won't have electricity, we won't have, our registers running, our air conditioning definitely will affect. You can't be in this hot building without any backup generator.
Southern California Edison says it's rare to turn off power for a public safety issue here in the Coachella Valley. Utility experts say there are ways to keep your home cool, such as closing the blinds and curtains, setting your thermostat to 85 when you're gone and no lower than 78 degrees when you're home, and the use of fans, which require less energy. Sherry Bustamante owns a boutique a few doors down from Virginia Veason. She once had a business on wheels, so she knows how to keep the business going even without power.
I'm accustomed to using my phone for transactions. Luckily, my POS system is very, it's very mobile. So if even have to take it outside, I can do that.
And that was our Brett Rosen reporting. We're going to head outside and take a live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. It's already quite toasty out there, and the day has only just begun. Jerry's in the Weather Center with more on the extreme heat warning. Jerry?
Yeah, clear skies right now, 89 degrees. I mean, overnight lows, that's way above normal. Winds are calm, 20% relative humidity, and thermal still in the 90s, 94 degrees at thermal with calm winds and 11% relative humidity. Other temps right now, currents include 83 at Joshua Tree, 82, 29 Palms, 96, that's well above normal at Desert Hot Springs, 90 at Coachella, 86 Palm Desert, and 70s Banning, Beaumont, and Cabazon to begin our day. High pressure responsible for the heat yesterday is still there. And today, 116 to 120, a range of highs, plenty of sunshine to go around. Good news is it'll be another dry day with dew points in the upper 30s. Around 40 degrees, but relative humidity will be in the single digits for most of us in the middle of the afternoon. Peak temps at around 4 o'clock. That includes 118 in Palm Springs today. The normal today is 108. 119 at Cathedral City, Rancho Mirage, and La Quinta. Yeah, could see some 120s in the valley like we did yesterday in thermal. A bunch of advisories still out there. We have an extreme heat warning, not only for the valley, that extends into the eastern part of Riverside County down to Imperial County. Also a heat advisory from the Inland Empire down to parts of San Diego County. And we still have that air quality alert. We have ozone trapped at the ground because of high pressure and sinking air over the area. That includes the Coachella Valley all the way to the coastline. That expires at 8 o'clock tonight. So today in a Comfort Air 3-day forecast, 118 for Palm Springs with that extreme heat warning. We have 112 as the numbers come down on Friday, about the same on Saturday with plenty of sunshine. Full forecast and the 7-day on the way.
All right, Jerry, thanks. A shakeup for the group that operates Acrisure Arena and co-owns the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Oakview Group CEO and co-founder Tim Leiweke has stepped down after being indicted by a federal grand jury in a bid rigging scheme. The indictment alleges Leiweke conspired with other bidder called Legends Hospitality to drop out of an arena project in Austin, Texas. The charges allege the quid pro quo was in exchange for subcontracts at the $388 million Moody Center. OVG and Legends Hospitality have agreed to pay $15 million and $1.5 million in penalties. Leiweke will stay on as a shareholder and vice chairman of the board. A spokesperson for Leiweke released the following statement to CNBC, quote, Mr. Leiweke has done nothing wrong and will vigorously defend himself and his well-deserved reputation for fairness and integrity. The company recently agreed to manage the historic Plaza Theater and is in talks to take over the Palm Springs Convention Center. Attention animal lovers in Desert Hot Springs. The new Desert Community Animal Center opened yesterday with a big ribbon cutting ceremony. Over 125 people showed up. It's the only veterinary services center in the city and one of a few low-cost vet clinics in the entire valley. I was able to take a tour of the facility and spoke with Executive Director Dan Rossi. Take a look. This is the new Desert Community Animal Center here in Desert Hot Springs. It's run by the Greater Palm Springs Animal Allies. They're the same group that runs the Palm Springs Animal Shelter and the new Wildlife Center. This is a much needed service here in Desert Hot Springs. They haven't had a vet clinic here since 2018. There's some local residents here in the lobby I want to introduce you to. This is Carolyn and Vicky. Carolyn, you're here today because you wanted to check out the facility and You were telling me how excited you are to finally have a veterinary office here in Desert Hot Springs.
Absolutely. Just so happy the new facility is open, and I actually made an appointment for my cat who needs a well check. It's already a year overdue, and just so excited for all the residents here in the city that we have a place to go.
Wonderful. And Vicki, you were saying that this is a welcome change here.
Needed, so much needed, because we had to go to Palm Springs or Thousand Palms, and I just wanted to be prepared for my Georgie to be up close and personal right here. And it's wonderful. We're so excited, and we can't wait to bring them.
Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing with us. Let me take you on a quick tour of the facility. This is the main waiting area and the lobby. And this is one of the patient rooms here. So this is where guests will come in with their pets to be seen by the veterinarian. And then as we come back here, you'll see a X-ray room off to my right here. And then we've also got a surgery suite with 2 tables here. And then back here is the triage area where you'll see veterinarians and staff working behind the scenes. I've got Dan Rossi, the executive director of the Palm Springs Animal Shelter, here with me. Dan, this is huge. Why Desert Hot Springs?
It was so important to open this here because Desert Hot Springs had no animal medical facilities here at all since 2018. It's been very difficult for the residents here when they've had animals that have had needs to have to drive miles away. And again, it was sort of the perfect situation. This facility has been sitting here empty since 2018. It's been great working with the city of Desert Hot Springs to be able to take this over and open it as well.
And this is huge for all the residents here in the Coachella Valley. We have just a handful of low-cost veterinary services here in town. Tell me more about that.
So although we're in Desert Hot Springs, this facility is open to anybody in the valley as well. So again, access is a difficult thing and pricing is a difficult thing. We purposely have made this a lower cost clinic here as well, and we'll have a sliding scale and really work with people depending on what their needs are. We're looking towards the donor community to help us help those lower income individuals as well and support this entity as well.
Wonderful. And congratulations on the grand opening. And I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Dan. And really, it's a huge service coming to not only Desert Hot Springs, as we just said, but the entire Coachella Valley. At the ribbon cutting, I spoke with Scott Mattis, the Desert Hot Springs mayor, and he said, quote, that every family deserves access to compassionate and affordable pet care. Couldn't get any better than that. If you'd like to make an appointment, you can visit desertvet.org, and they are open right now for appointments. It's time now for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and you guess where it is. So let me show you the photo. Do you know where this is? You'll have some time to think about it. We'll reveal the special location at the end of our broadcast, and I'll give you a hint before we get there. Coming up next on your morning news, Valerie Katz with Animal Samaritans is here with Casper the Friendly Cat. That's coming up next. But first, we're going to head outside and take a live look at your Agua Caliente Casino camera in Palm Springs. It is going to be a hot one today. Jerry's going to explain and break down your full forecast for you straight ahead. Welcome back. Valerie Katz from Animal Samaritans is here with Casper the friendly cat.
Yes.
You know, normally when I come up to you, whoever you bring is like, whoa, who's this new person? But Casper's like, hey, what's up?
Oh,
you know,
Casper,
Casper's
yes.
so mellow and so cool.
Yeah, always ready to make friends. And he's about 11 weeks old, and he came to us as an only kitten, so he was found just abandoned. He didn't have any siblings with him. He didn't have his mommy with him, so we were able to take him in, get him all health checked, and then send him off with one of our wonderful fosters. So yeah, so he kind of just came back recently from being in that foster home where he received lots and lots of love and playtime and affection. So he's really well socialized. You know?
Great.
So yeah, so now he's just ready for his forever home, and he's just going to make such a wonderful addition to someone's family.
Oh, he's such a cutie. This is, of course, kitty season.
Oh my goodness, it is. Yes.
And you've got lots of them.
So many.
So many.
Yeah, just about every kind of color combination you can imagine. If you're a fan of the tuxedo kitties, we've got a lot of those. Yes, and a lot of dogs too. That's little Chopper right there. He's about a 1-year-old terrier. This is Blossom. Blossom we think is a beagle mix. There might be a little Chihuahua in there. And that is little Dandelion. Let's say you fall in love with Dandelion there and you want Casper here too. We are doing a 2-for-1 cat and kitten special. You could get 2 kittens or 2 cats or mix it up with a cat and a kitten. Yeah, there's so many, and it's also so wonderful when they go home in pairs.
It really is true. I've always been a single cat person, and then I've had dogs. But I have 2 cats now, just rescued recently a kitten, and they just get along like peas and carrots. And my older cat has sparked up and has new life now. And is excited to wake up, and they hang out together. I find that it's just a lot easier when they're together.
Yeah, it's really entertaining.
It's really entertaining.
It's so fun to watch the cats and kittens play together.
They're so great.
Yeah.
So yes, the 2-for-1 is really helpful to get them a friend. That's wonderful. And then you've got another adoption event coming up.
Yeah, in fact, this Saturday from 11 until 1, we're going to be at the Petco. That's right there on Highway 111 in Palm Desert. And we will have some canines and some kitties. So go check it out, whether you're looking for paws or claws. We'll have both cats and dogs at that event. So hopefully we will see you there. And again, that's at the Petco on Highway 111 in Palm Desert this Saturday. We'll also be there the following Saturday on the 19th, so the 12th and the 19th, both days from 11 till 1.
I love how you bring them in to the center hub of the city, because it's easier than driving out to the facility. And it's nice because if you have another pet, you can shop for what you need, plus check out maybe some new pets that you might be interested in, which is really great.
And the shelter, of course, open that day too, so you could either go there or to the adoption event. Yeah, so it does make it a little easier.
Speaking of adoptions, one of my favorites that you've brought on, Milky, got adopted. I'm so happy.
We are too. Yes, that little puppy, there he is right there.
Look at
Not only does he have a new daddy, look at that, he's got a new big canine brother too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Milky was one of the sweetest, cutest little puppies that I had ever seen. I mean, they're all adorable.
I saw your
Milky's
videos
a special baby.
on social media, and I was like, oh, Milky, I hope you get adopted.
Yeah, he went home to a great family.
Oh, that's so wonderful, Val. That's great. And Casper, it's such a pleasure meeting you. Oh,
and if people want to just take a look and see all the available animals without leaving their house, they could go straight to our website at animalsamaritans.org/adopt, and that takes you straight to that adoption page. So hopefully you can go on there and take a look and fall in love online, and then just head on down to the shelter or one of our adoption events and take a look.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
You know what I love about Casper? He's so present.
Yes.
Like he looks you right in the eye and is like, let's chat. If he could say something, I'm sure you'd be like...
He talks till his motor's going.
Yeah.
So you can feel him vibrating.
Yeah, and he's just very, very connected.
Yeah.
What a wonderful kitty.
I like that. I love it when they do that. They look you right in the eyes.
They really do,
and they do the little thing where they
very nice.
love on you like this. Yeah,
cute.
they're wonderful.
What a wonderful cat.
And
great
cats are
little
pretty
spirit.
easy, too. They potty train themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Super great.
It's a great, easy, wonderful, loving pet to have.
Thank you for bringing Casper and Val. Appreciate you. Let's head over to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in our hot forecast for today. Tell you what.
Yeah, with temperatures approaching 120, please be careful. Limit your time outside. If you have pets, keep them off the sidewalks. They're going to be very hot. A couple other tips. Seek shade, air conditioning. If you have to be outside, wear loose, light clothing, maybe a big brimmed hat to shade your face. Sunglasses are good. And SPFs. Don't forget those too. And never leave kids or pets in the car. Full forecast, and I'll let you know how hot it's going to get today next. Clear skies in our Agua Caliente Casino Camp. Plenty of sunshine expected this afternoon, and it was hot yesterday. How hot did it get? 119 in Palm Springs, a degree away from matching the record set back in 1958 of 120. Keep in mind, normal is 108. But we did set a record in thermal, southeast end of the valley. They did hit 120, smashing the old record of 117. That was set back in 1958. So how hot is it going to be today? I'll have that answer coming up in just a bit. 83 right now at Yucca Valley, and because of the hot temperatures yesterday, the earth absorbs all that energy and then radiates it away at night. So that's why we have temperatures that are still in the 90s in parts of the Coachella Valley. I mean, 95 degrees right now at Desert Hot Springs, Thousand Palms, 88 Indio, 89 degrees at Palm Springs. Winds a little breezy. They'll pick up a little later on today. More on the winds coming up because they will get a little gusty in certain areas of Southern California. Radar, well, we have high pressure over the top of us, plenty of sinking air, and not much going on as far as rain, even close to us over Southern California, and that trend will continue. Here's that high I was talking about. It was here yesterday, basically sitting on top of us. And today the numbers will be again above normal, 116 to 120, lots of sunshine. Winds will pick up a little later on today with rising air. Late in the afternoon, and it'll be filled in with that rush of winds from the west, so keep that in mind. But 118, that'll be the forecast high today. The record today for Palm Springs, 120. It's going to be close again. As far as other temps this afternoon, a sunny 119 at Cathedral City, Rancho Mirage, and La Quinta. 117 Indian Wells, 113 today at Desert Hot Springs. Now, we have an extreme heat warning still in effect for the Coachella Valley and all the way into most of Riverside County, Imperial County, and we're not the only ones. It extends into Arizona, too. That expires tonight. Heat advisory from the Inland Empire down to parts of San Diego County. That expires at 8 o'clock. Add to that the air quality alert. Once again, high pressure, keeping that pollutant ozone level close to the ground. That's for the Coachella Valley, but that includes a good chunk of Southern California all the way to the coastline. That too expires at 8 o'clock tonight. Overnight lows will be on the warm side. I think these are a little low. I think we'll see some 90s in certain areas, but 80 degrees tonight. For Palm Springs, 83 this evening under clear skies at Palm Desert. Now, we have a trough of low pressure. It's kind of weak, but strong enough to push that high pressure center aside a little bit. So the numbers come down, still above normal, 111 to 114. Plenty of sunshine. That'll be tomorrow afternoon. On Friday, 112 in Palm Springs, 113 Palm Desert, 111 at Indio tomorrow. Still triples up north, 103 at Cabazon tomorrow afternoon. Now, the winds, I changed this from yesterday because it was going to be close. I had upper 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds late in the day, both Thursday and Friday, but now I think it's going to be low 30-mile-an-hour gusts around those areas. Same for Desert Hot Springs. Wind-prone areas today and tomorrow, a little gusty, but not even close to wind advisory status. That backs off as we move into early next week. As far as surface moisture, yeah, dew points will be in the 40s. Could see a 50-degree number on the southeast end of the valley on Sunday, and middle of the day relative humidity at 10%, maybe less. Okay, as far as monsoonal moisture, I've been tracking that over the next several days. It doesn't look like we'll see any here until we get to Wednesday. Arizona getting a good chunk of that monsoonal moisture over the area, and we'll see some widespread rain there. But Thursday, a week from today, we could see a little bit more eking into parts of eastern Southern California. We'll stay tuned on that for you. Comfort Air 7-day forecast. 118 today for Palm Springs. Could get close to 120 in certain areas of the valley. We have an excessive heat warning in effect. That expires tonight at 8 o'clock. The numbers do come down. Still slightly above normal Friday. Palm Springs high 112, 111 Saturday. Closer to normal on Monday with a high of 109.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it's hashtag Holiday Calendar and Pop Quiz brought to you by Inland Empire Health Plan. And today we're going to explore the calendar and then have a couple questions loosely related to one of the days that's happening today. So get your thinking caps on. We got some questions coming up. What's happening Thursday, July 10th, 2025? National Pina Colada Day today.
Ooh, my favorite.
Yeah, summertime beverage, I think there.
Good.
Yeah, the words pina colada is Spanish for strained pineapple. All you need is some white rum, coconut cream, pineapple juice, and lime juice as well. Maybe a tiny umbrella would help as well.
Yeah, you
Put that
gotta
on
have the
top.
umbrella. Yes.
All right. I think you'll like this. Also, National Kitten Day is today.
Yes.
There you have
National
it.
Hoping
Kitten
all
Day.
the questions are about kittens today.
No.
Can't make it
Yeah,
that
you would
easy.
get those all right, I'm sure.
Casper, you came on the right day.
This is one of the cutest days of the year. Cats are clawsome, but kittens are perfect. Right?
Oh, they certainly are.
Also, it's National Pick Blueberries Day today. July falls within peak blueberry harvest season. You can bake maybe a blueberry pie, put them on your cereal, or just eat them like I do at home.
Just
out
pop
of the,
them in there?
out of the canister, out of the container. Yeah.
Blueberry pancakes.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
yeah,
sounds
that's a
so
good one.
good.
Right. Also, Don't Step on a Bee Day is today. It's a day to raise awareness of the bees and their contribution to the ecosystem. And bee is our key word in today's pop quiz. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. First of two. If you've watched a bunch of episodes of The Andy Griffith Show, you'll be familiar with the character of Aunt Bee, who is well known for in the town of Mayberry for her cooking skills. Despite her talents in the kitchen, there are two items in which Aunt Bee is poorly regarded. It's marmalade and what else? A, pickles, B, pork chops, or C, potato salad.
Ooh.
What do you think it is?
Oh, okay. So she doesn't cook one of these well.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna
Wonderful
go
cook, but she's not too good.
Potato salad. Oh, you did potato salad
Potato
too.
salad? Yeah, see? You don't know?
Rico, have you lost your? Oh, there we go.
You got an A. A, B, and a lot
Pickles.
of C's. No, yeah. Her kerosene,
gosh,
her
Rico,
kerosene
you're
pickles.
right.
Yeah.
Love the Andy Griffith Show.
Rico's the only one that got it right. Yeah, kerosene pickles is how they described it.
Rico,
yeah.
was that a guess or did you know that? You did know that. No, he didn't know. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, what?
Second bee-related question related to the song we hear in the background, okay? Bring it up here. The 1993 alt-rock song No Rain is most famous because of its music video, which features a young tap dancer who is wearing large glasses and a homemade bumblebee costume. What is the name of the band who recorded this Billboard Top 20 hit single No Rain? Is it A, Blind Melon, B, Dishwalla, or C, Third Eye Blind, Back to the Control Room on No Rain? Bring it up a little bit. Two C's. Okay. Got A. No B's at all.
I would have bet the kitten on this.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you're so good, Valerie. I should have gone with you. You know music.
Val,
I
is,
did, Jerry.
I was
Val the
confident.
former DJ,
Yeah,
knows
darn
this
it.
answer. Yes, exactly.
Should've
Blind
gone with
Melon.
you.
Right, exactly.
Good job. Adopt Casper.
Yes, exactly. It's Kitten Day today.
Oh, a little magic for you, Casper.
And we'll be back in a bit.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Thursday, July 10th. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. Jerry's going to have your forecast coming up in just a few minutes, but first a look at some of the stories making headlines at this hour. Palm Desert may be putting a muzzle on those annoying early morning leaf blowers. The city council is set to adopt a new noise ordinance that will majorly restrict when landscaping crews and maintenance workers can operate power equipment. The hours would become restricted to 7 in the morning to 5:30 at night, with a complete ban on noisy equipment over 70 decibels during government holidays. There are some exceptions, like private homeowners and golf courses, which have varying hours. Also tonight at that same city council meeting, the council is planning to spend big on park improvements tonight, but not everything is going according to plan. The city council is set to approve nearly $1 million purchase for new playground equipment and shade structures at Civic Center Park, a major upgrade for families dealing with triple-digit heat. But there's also a setback. The city is rejecting all bids for federally required accessibility improvements at Cahuilla Hills Park and starting the bidding process over. That project is now months behind schedule. Both items are on tonight's calendar, meaning they'll likely pass without discussion. Indio and Cathedral City police departments were one of the many police departments in the state to recently get anti-DUI operation campaign funding. The 2025 Proposition 64 grants include funds for toxicology laboratory analysis, educational campaigns highlighting the perils of drinking and driving, autopsies, high-density patrols to crack down on DUI activity. The specific grant amounts were not disclosed, but overall, California Highway Patrol distributed $35 million through the program paid by Proposition 64. A new chapter is underway at Palm Springs Unified School District with the arrival of their new superintendent, Dr. Marcus Funches. NBC Palm Springs community contributor Marion Bouchot sat down with him to learn more about his bold vision for the district's future.
Dr. Marcus Funches says education changed his life, and now he's open to do the same for thousands of students right here in the desert. I got to learn more about his journey, his values, and what he hopes to bring to the district.
Thank you very much for welcoming me. Let's have a good day.
Dr. Marcus Funches didn't choose education as a career. He chose it as a way to reach people before the world gets to them.
I thought I wanted to do work in probation, but actually, as I began substitute teaching, I found that we can do that work even before they get into the system.
That realization turned into a 30-year career in education, moving from the classroom into leadership roles like principal, HR director, and ultimately assistant superintendent at San Bernardino City Unified Schools.
My purpose is to positively impact the lives of others. But I have this strong ethic of care for people. That's what drives me.
Now, he brings that same mindset to his new role as superintendent at Palm Springs Unified.
The decision was very simple for me. I fell in love with how Palm Springs values its diverse community.
His mission focuses on confidence and excellence for every student.
Just make sure that we increase academic excellence for all of our scholars, build the academic confidence necessary to do well. And that starts with us as leaders, that starts with us as educators, and that starts with us as a district.
District Board Clerk Madonna Jarrell, along with the rest of the board, picked Dr. Funches after a rigorous selection process that included more than 30 candidates.
It was trying to find a match of a person that would grow parallel with us. He is that one that is going to take us into that future, help our students attain what they want to achieve.
When he's off the clock, you'll likely find him spending time with his family or cheering on his favorite team, the Angels. And as the first day of school gets closer, he says he's more than ready to get started.
It's hard for me to sit here and not have the school year up on us. I'm ready for the kids to get here. I'm ready to meet our parents. I'm ready to meet our community and see how I can best help them move their aspirations, goals, and dreams forward. And I'm excited about doing great things for Palm Springs Unified with the excellent people that we have here.
With just over a week on the job, Dr. Funches is already laying the groundwork for long-term goals ahead of the first day of school on August 6th. Marion Bouchot, NBC Palm Springs.
Eisenhower Health in Rancho Mirage has been named one of the nation's top hospitals for heart attack care. The hospital earned the 2025 Silver Performance Achievement Award from the American College of Cardiology, one of just 79 hospitals nationwide to receive it. This award recognizes Eisenhower's consistent success in meeting high standards of heart attack treatment, including timely care and adherence to proven guidelines. According to the CDC, more than 800,000 Americans suffer a heart attack each year, and staff at Eisenhower Health say early detection and treatment are key to survival. It's movie night at Center Stage in Indio, and this time the movie is Nacho Libre. The free event starts at Indio Center Stage at 7 o'clock tonight. It's sponsored by the Desert Wildlife Center. The first 100 kids will get Indio branded capes so they can feel like the wrestling legend himself. Earlier, we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you the photo again and give you one more hint before we reveal the location at the end of our broadcast. So let me show you the photo. Take a good look. Here's the hint. You may feel a cooler breeze elsewhere in this building. Think about that. We'll tell you more about this special location coming up later in our broadcast. But first, we're going to head over to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast. Jerry, do you think we're going to see any record temps today?
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, we had some yesterday. More on that coming up. We had clear skies, and I saw the full moon before it set on my way to work. Well, it's not there. It's on the other side of the planet, but it will reappear around 8:30 tonight. Want to check it out? It's also known as the buck moon, the thunder moon, and the hay moon. Hey, there's a moon. We'll have more on the forecast next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Once again, totally clear skies above us right now. As you can see in our Agua Caliente Casino cam, we'll see that the next few days. Lots of sunshine in our future. As far as highs, though, we did get close to setting a record in Palm Springs. 119, that was the high yesterday. Yeah, 1 degree from tying the 120 set back in 1958. But keep in mind the reference number 108, that's normal for this time of year for the Coachella Valley. But in thermal, southeast end of the valley, they peaked at 120 yesterday, smashing the old record of 117 set back in 1958. And we'll be up there again today. Already warm numbers in the valley, lots of 90s at this hour in the Coachella Valley, 75 at Banning, 50 at Big Bear. Winds light right now. They will pick up out of the west again. That'll be an issue in some of the the wind-prone areas, but no wind advisory is not going to be that strong. Radar quiet over the area. We have a lot of sinking air over the southwest. Thanks to ridge of high pressure above us, that high will ensure those numbers will be a dozen degrees above normal again today. 116 to 120, sunshine, dry air in place, very, very hot. Again, winds out of the west will be a little bit of an issue. But here's some of the specifics of how hot it's going to get today. 118 in Palm Springs, 2 degrees from tying a record of 120 set back in 21 today. Other highs include 119s at Rancho Mirage La Quinta, Cathedral City, 117 at Indian Wells, 113 today, Desert Hot Springs, well above normal. Because of that, an extreme heat warning in effect for the Coachella Valley that extends into most of Riverside County, down to Imperial County, and even extends into Arizona. That expires tonight at 8 o'clock. Heat advisory for parts of the Inland Empire down to San Diego County. That expires tonight at 8 too, because numbers will be well above normal. Add to that an air quality alert, high pressure playing a role in that too, trapping those pollutants close to the ground, the ozone pollutants. The Coachella Valley under that extends all the way to the coastline. That too expires at 8 o'clock this evening. What about overnight lows? We'll see overnight lows in the 80s tonight under totally clear skies. 75 at Cabazon, 80 at 29 Palms. The numbers do come down a little bit more on Friday for highs. We have a trough of low pressure, a stalled front to the north will shove that high to the side a little bit, subtracting a few of those numbers. So 111 to 114 under sunshine on Friday afternoon. Friday 112 in Palm Springs, 111 at Indio. Now winds, I had this set in the upper 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds category Thursday and Friday, but I brought that up to just above 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds. So a little gusty, San Gorgonio Pass at Desert Hot Springs, and a bit of an issue, I guess you could say, around north of I-10 in the Coachella Valley. Again, around sunrise, that'll be Thursday and Friday. The winds back off over the weekend. Surface moisture remains dry. Dew points basically in the 40s through Saturday with single-digit relative humidity a possibility. Tracking the monsoonal moisture not going to be an issue in our near future, but moving into next week, Wednesday, especially Thursday, some of that monsoonal moisture will be moving close to us. We'll keep you updated on that because that's changing daily. Comfort Air 7-day forecast. Yeah, 118 for Palm Springs. We could see a couple 120s this afternoon. Please be careful outside. Friday, the numbers come down to 112, 111 Saturday, 110 Sunday, back to normal Monday with a high of 109.
Coming up on Today, Olivia Munn opening up about her breast cancer journey and revealing her mother's recent diagnosis, what she wants you to know about a simple test that she credits with saving both of their lives. We'll have that this morning on Today.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Well, dreams were made last week for one Coachella Valley native and former Palm Desert Aztec. That's pitcher Travis Adams. He made his big league debut for the Minnesota Twins, and he was nice enough to join us earlier today.
Just trusting the, all the work that I put in over the years got me ready for that point. And so I was actually shocked I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be. Kind of the history that Palm Desert has for having such a good baseball program. I think, that guys have gotten drafted and gone to the big leagues. I think it was kind of an honor. I've had a lot of people, congratulate me, message me on Instagram and stuff. I actually just heard back from my pre-calc teacher, Mr. Killian, and he sent me an old photo of when I committed to Sacramento State and stuff. It was quite a photo.
Certainly a day he and his family will never forget. He pitched 4 innings over since the weekend, had 1 strikeout in his big debut. The power is back on, both on the field and over at Palm Springs Stadium there. But don't forget, Friday, July 11th, NBC Palm Springs night at the ballpark. Cold beer, good soda, water, hot dogs, hamburgers, you name it. Come on out. Olivia will throw the first pitch. All of us are going to be out there. We're going to have some fun. We'll go live at 5 and 6, and then, of course, be in the stands and interacting with, of course, you, the best viewers and fans here in the Valley. And I'll leave you with this. The AHL has announced the Coachella Valley Firebirds home opener for the 25-26 season. The Firebirds will host the San Diego Gulls on Friday, October 10th at Acrisure Arena. While the full schedule will be released tomorrow and theme nights in its entirety, the Firebirds aiming to return to the Calder Cup playoffs in what will be their 4th season already. They've made the playoffs in all 3 last season, falling in the Pacific Division semifinals to the eventual Calder Cup champs, the Abbotsford Canucks. And the Firebirds now in all 3 seasons of existence have lost to the eventual Calder Cup champs. Pretty cool. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
The latest installment of Knives Out. Rick Damigella has details on that.
The Impossible Crime.
A big international debut for Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. The 3rd film starring Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc is set to open the BFI London Film Festival October 8th. The film streams on Netflix December 12th.
Do you think there's anything wrong with your mind, really? Not a thing, Doc.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is flying back into theaters. The Oscar winner for Best Picture, Director, Actor, Actress, and Adapted Screenplay returns for its 50th anniversary, Sunday, July 13th and Wednesday, July 16th. Info at fathomentertainment.com.
J'ai mis une annonce pour recruter un employé de maison. Trop la classe. On dirait un British.
Je suis un British.
Oh, ça va pas être simple.
John Malkovich speaks French in Mr. Blake at Your Service. He plays a widowed British businessman who takes a job in a French countryside manor in remembrance of his late French wife. The limited release film expands to more markets throughout July and arrives on digital August 5th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And we have our local entertainment contributor, Todd Makovsky, here this morning with a special guest who happens to be performing at CV Rep tonight. Take a look.
She is an actress, singer, voiceover artist, writer, producer, and director. She was an original cast member of the first national tour of the Broadway hit Come From Away, and she is performing her cabaret show tonight at 7 p.m. at CV Rep. Julie Garnier, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So you have a cabaret show. I'm so excited to see it tonight.
Yes, I'm thrilled to be premiering it. It's a brand new show for me, so I'm really excited that we get to do it here in Palm Springs, one of my favorite places on earth.
Fantastic. And is there a theme to the show?
There is. The show is, the working title is Stephen by 3 right now. It's exploring the music of Stephen Sondheim, Stephen Schwartz, and Stephen Flaherty, and also exploring my relationships with all 3 of those men.
So 3 of my favorite composers.
Incredible humans on this earth.
So you've worked with Stephen Schwartz.
Yes.
And Sondheim?
That's a story.
Okay.
Yes. Technically, we work together.
Okay.
Technically.
All right. And Stephen Flaherty?
Stephen Flaherty, I've never even met, and I'm like, he's the one that I'm like, I want to work with this man. Like,
Well, we have
he's
to rectify
a genius.
that situation.
I hope so one day.
And the show is Stephen by 3 with Julie Garnier tonight at 7 p.m. at CV Rep in Cathedral City. Julie Garnier, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
And we thank you, Todd, for that. Well, if you'd like more information on the stories we've aired in our broadcast today, you can go to our new website on NBCPalmSprings.com. You're going to find our top stories and breaking news right there on our homepage, and our local stories and community events organized by date right there on our newsroom tab. Let's take you outside for a look at our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. If you're a diehard golfer, you may possibly brave the record heat today, and I commend you, but most of you will probably be in the pool. It'll be that hot. We're going to be right back with a recap of your weather forecast and reveal our Where in the Valley special location. Stay right here.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
It's time now to reveal our special location for our broadcast today. Did you guess it? Here's the photo again. This is Acrisure Arena. The first image we showed you was the Chairman's Club located in the stadium. And this is a perfect location for our segue to our next story that we told you about earlier on in our broadcast. One of the biggest music icons in the world is coming to Acrisure Arena this fall. And Jerry, guess what? Sir Paul McCartney announced this morning his Got Back U.S. tour, and Acrisure Arena is going to be his first stop on that tour. His tour launches right here in the Valley, and according to the Got Back tour page, the concert is scheduled for September 29th. In the announcement video, they revealed that tickets go on sale Friday, July 18th. So get your pocketbook ready. The stadium shared the reveal on their social media pages. So if you're feeling Beatlemania, you better start breaking those piggy banks now. You can find all the info about it and links to tickets on our webpage, NBCPalmSprings.com.
The Got Back tour. What if he's going to sing his song that way? Got back.
You might want to give him a jingle.
Got back to where I once belonged.
That's
Maybe
right.
not. Okay. Forecast, excessive heat again today. 118 for Palm Springs. The numbers back off slightly beginning tomorrow.
We hope you stay cool today and enjoy your day. We'll see you back here for your midday news at 11.